you. All right. So, um, I let me share my screen. Perfect. So I'll give one example, and then from there I'll talk about how LLM search work. Okay. Okay. Perfect. So I am co-founder of RankRabbit AI. It's AI enabled software systems company. That's company which helps user to small businesses to rank better in Google. And we use completely LLM model into rank better. I'm going to take a little back step and then try to show you how from machine learning till coworker work, and then we can talk about the LLMs in detail as well. Since time is constraint, I have my co-founder joining as well. Soon he will be more detailed talking about how LLM will be working because we wanted to cover both um, in the same. I will take one example of how machine learning came from machine learning few years back to coworker now. And this is what the similar model, similar concept that we use in RentRabbit. Um, we have been talking about machine learning since a while, almost 15, 20 years old now. And then last 10 years, machine learning was evolving. Now it became as co-worker, agentic AI agents. Everybody is talking a lot of things, but probably it's a better idea to go back and then try to see what the exact views are. So machine learning evolved long back. Until then, we came from path till now into agents, agentic AI, and co-worker. Giving as a co worker level talk, first let's understand the basic on it. For example, if somebody is looking, I'll give one example and then try to see how the how the um, how the same example is working each and every place. We have around seven small topics. So, for example, if somebody is planning vacation and we search plan my Hawaii vacation, let's take this example, put on all seven situations, how it will work. So, I would say I would like to plan Hawaii vacation and how the exact situation will be filling in each category. If it's in machine learning, which is typically a bigger umbrella of what whole AI is. Um, but if you see machine learning, when we apply models on machine learning algorithm, machine learning path, machine learning way of doing it doesn't have any conversation like we see on ChatGPT or so. So machine learning for Hawaii example, it can predict what the price will be next month. It can figure out what are the flights delay or so. There is no chat involved at all, just numbers on the background, and it will give you predictivity whether it's true, false, or kind of what label it has. Um, LLM, it said it's a model. It's it doesn't connect how machine learning is looking at a bigger picture. It takes each one by one item. For example, if somebody is doing the same thing, plan my Hawaii vacation, on the day one, it's going to check, hey, you arrive on this airport, check your hotel. Day two, so each LLM is going to give me unique set of prediction, but one at a time. Machine learning gives everything together. For example, if I look into this bigger picture, machine learning is way bigger than LLM. So technically, LLM and GenAI are falling under ML only. So as I said, LLM will give one at a time, respond on each action that is being asked because that's a model that's going to give answer based on what their skills are. I'll talk in a little bit on the skill side. Gen AI, it said name generative. So, for example, if you ask in Chat GPT, hey, draw my picture, it's a generative AI. And um, so because it's generating some new ideas, new code, new documents, new images based on your action, based on your inputs, there is a human in the loop, which is giving you response uh, or asking AI as per the action plan should do. So what the in Hawaii example, if we are looking for give me full itinerary, if I'm planning for vacation, give me full itinerary. It will give you day by day what you should do and just download a PDF on the right side. That's the completely Gen AI response. It creates new things based on what you are putting in. It will give you both pictures and all. Skills are superpower given to users say, and it if there are repetitive tasks, it will do the task by own. Skills.sh we use heavily in our software rank rabbit AI. We have repetitive tasks and that we assign, make sure that those are done right way of it. For example, if I'm searching Hawaii, planet trip Hawaii, and it's going to give me some answer. If I search the same thing in ChatGPT 2 hours later, it may give some different. How should I make sure that it gives pretty much same? So that's how use the repetitive task on the with the help of skills. Skills are going to solve the repetitive tasks and which gives you ability how the same task is performed in the actual same manner. So they connect real um, examples what is being used in repetitive manner, but at the right accurate way. Without the skills, if we talk about AI, how can it do it? So without the skill, AI can only talk about Hawaii. With the skill, it can actually work and figure out repetitive tasks in the same fashion how it performed in the past. So skills are sort of tools which is being helping AI to generate the answer in the same person how it generated before. AI are agent doing the work, but it can only do one item at a time. There is something called agentic AI. I'm going to take a little step on that as well. For example, if I'm asking ChatGPT, um, um, create a picture of me. But here it search flights, right? So if I ask book my Hawaii vacation for under $2,500 and it searches the flight, it compare the hotel and check the weather what it should be. It doesn't do if the flight is expensive, then do this activity. That's not what AI agent will be doing. That's agentic AI is going to do. That's how people get confused on this way. There could be agents created as and one agent talking with others. So goal of the agent is technically um, combining all the skills together, one after other. Skills are, as I said, tool, repetitive task, and doing in the same fashion. So goal of agents is combining each skill to other skill and make sure it gives me complete flow and it complete goal picture and give me answer on it. Agentic AI, in our case, it doesn't just execute, it see, think about it, and then perform in the right way. For example, if you do in ChatGPT, draw my picture, it doesn't have the idea. And if you upload your other picture, draw my picture based on this picture, then it will give you idea what the picture should look like, right? So what happens is that's how the agentic AI. If you upload a PDF and tell like do this action based on this PDF, and that's how the agentic AI is going to play role over it. For example, if your flight is expensive, it try to see other inexpensive flight or some nearby airport. That's agentic AI is going to help. That's how we have in our we do agentic based marketing, internet marketing. Make sure we rank small business better in Google and completely on search. We leverage most of the agentic AI because we have to see other pieces, what the agents, what the competitors are doing, what the agents are, what other businesses are getting into. Um, AI coworker is like your colleague, like your teammate, which is leveraging each and every component and making sure give the answer on on what looking for. Coworker is a person. They said in this in way. It takes the agentic AI, make sure it behave as your teammate. It doesn't just stop taking one trip. It can guide you. Hey, we have done it. Now, what we should do? Should we email to our other people? Make sure they get that benefit that hey, I'm going to Hawaii. Is anybody looking for a Hawaii trip as well? Um, in our example, I would say um, I think um, I think planning a trip as we ask AI coworker work with us, make sure it plan the trip, and then agents are executing the flows, how that's going to look. Um, Skills or tools are going to search, leverage the same itinerary on terms of how we have done in the past, how we have been doing. Same itinerary will be leveraged by skills and tools. LLMs, Gen AI is generally giving a plan, giving content, it's writing behind the scene, this is what you should do. So same example, Hawaii, it's going to write us the content, hey, you do this activity on day one and day two, and this activity on next day. So that's Gen AI is giving me and so on. Um, if AI is the human, then coworker is a person or teammate. Yeah, okay, and skills are some tools that we use, and behind the scene, it's being used. Same task. If we are using the same thing, better we assign that as a skill.sh, pretty much available, which can give us answer on same answer, or pretty much same answer as a human. Um, um, each level, as I explained, I think I hope it helped. On other hand, as I said, we do all channels how a search engine works. It takes the data from social media. It takes the data from the reputation management. It takes the data from your local listing, GBP. That's how we get into into software system, and then make sure that it helps SMBs to grow their ranking in search better. That's how we um, we help SMBs. It manages their reputation, manages their business, manages their online presence as well. Thinking as a company perspective. So machine learning is some I would call employee who learn from experience, and agentic are generally going to decide how the goal is, how things are getting it, adopt the changes based on RI, and give the solutions. Coworker are our teammates, which are helping throughout the plan. Um, and then um, give us the response as a project managers. Let's say this way. This is we call as a complete umbrella. Any questions so far, concern on these topics? I know these topics are repetitive, some confusing, so I tried my best to make sure that everybody understand those topics at a bigger levels. Over to you. Can you guys hear me?
If anyone has any question, they can raise their hand.
I take a no.
So, sir, as there are no question at this moment, thank you so much for your insightful session on large language models. and AI-powered search. We truly appreciate your valuable knowledge and contribution to ICAITS 26. Thank you so much.